Frank Boal.
Evening, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Sound Off, where you get a chance to be part of the conversation, everything sports. You can tweet us your questions and comments using the hashtag Sunday Sound Off. Let's introduce tonight's panel, as usual, in his normal seat. Soren Petro, Sports Radio 810 WHB, in the program from 10 to 2. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, Frank, especially when I got down here and found out that this is going to be called Super Bowl L1. According to your rundown today. I like that.
I knew that was
L1.
And the man in the middle, and our millennial. We always have to have a millennial to bring us all back to earth. It's Jesse Newell from the KC Star. He is a beat writer for the Kansas Jayhawks. Jesse, welcome.
Thanks, Frank. My goal today is to be Landon Lucas. Stay out of the way, don't mess up, and let the real talent take over.
Yeah, well, that, and Jesse, don't foul out. Okay, Blair Kirchhoff, of course, the fine columnist from the Kansas City Star. Blair, how are you?
I'm doing great, Frank. I know this is your favorite time of the year, NHL All-Star Game, the Pro Bowl, and wait for it, the NBA All-Star Game just around the corner. All your favorites.
I just can't wait for that skills competition. Do they play dodgeball? Never mind, they won't invite Alex Smith. Okay, gentlemen, here are hot topics of the evening. After 52 rape allegations by their football players, should Baylor be kicked out of the Big 12? And if so, who are you going to replace him with? And who will replace Giordano Ventura in the Royal starting rotation? Number 3, Super Bowl L1, Pt.1. Who you got? But of course, first, as usual, the hot topic right now, number 1, question of the week. How impressive was number 2 KU's win over number 4 Kentucky? Soren?
Giant. I mean, I think when you see, the spread Vegas put on this game, that they didn't think that Kansas was going to come through. And I think to go into Lexington and get a win like that is just monstrous for this team, especially with everything that's gone on during the course of the week, all the distractions. Bill Self in his, classic honest fashion saying, yeah, it's a distraction. It's a problem. And it had to have been. Yet they're able to put all that aside and still go out and take care of business on the basketball court. Just an incredible performance, I think, from them. And not only that, they dig a big hole, get down 12 in the first half, and are able to come together and get a win against a very, very talented Kentucky team. And a very talented backcourt, too. That's one of the things I think, was interesting about this game was we know Kansas has a great backcourt. Well, this wasn't a team where they just, exerted a mismatch and, took advantage of it. They just flat out went out and won against a very good Kentucky team. Huge win for the Jayhawks. Very impressive.
Yeah, Jesse, with all the distractions, I really didn't give much of a chance in this game. I really underestimated this basketball team against Kentucky.
Well, I was the same way. I didn't give much of a chance either. But, Bill Self downplays the victory as you knew he was going to because he's, more into KU getting that 13th straight conference title and trying to take down Baylor on Wednesday, which is going to be a huge game in the Big 12 conference race. But, if you look at this game, what I think it does for Kansas, obviously those guys came closer together through all of the happenings of the past week off the court. But the big thing it does is you look down resumes at the end of the year in the NCAA tournament, and this is now a big win for KU. You now see a neutral victory win over Duke, and you see an at Kentucky win. That, to me, if KU wins the Big 12, that's a number 1 seed.
Blair?
I think one of the big revelations of the game was the success of the zone defense that Kansas played. Bill Self hates playing the zone, thinks his players should be able to match up with anybody in the country, and they should the way Kansas recruits. But for him to bring the zone out against the Wildcats, it did many things. It obviously changed the tone of the game late in the first half. But as Bill Self said in his post game, it helped get rest minutes for Devontae Graham and Frank Mason. They were both going to play close to 40 minutes in this game because Kansas was so undermanned. But playing zone, you're not running up and down the floor. And I thought in terms of offense, the second half was just incredible. Well, they shoot almost 60%. And scored 52 points in Rupp Arena. That's amazing stuff.
Yeah, and Josh Jackson really just, if they don't know by now, the NBA scouts, he's either number 1 or number 2 on their list right now in the NBA draft coming up. Up next, our hot topics. You're watching Sunday Sound Off.